I reckon there should be an expansion where this is made of lead. It's like heavy iridium pyramid.
Teeter Tower, a cooperative dice and tile stacking game that is so intense. This time we are talking about Teeter Tower, a new-ish game by Game Right.
Yes, so this is it's a tower building dexterity game. There's many of those on the market, so let's see how this one compares. There's Super Rhino, I guess, is one of the
Is the well-known
ones.
Okay.
Jenga, of course.
Of course. All right, let's have a look.
All right, so this is the start of our tower. Who needs a good foundation? We're just going to build on this cube. To begin,
giant dice, just a cube with no face.
Indeed. To begin the game, you make 3 stacks of tiles, and how big those stacks are depends on your difficulty. And you can also increase the difficulty by flipping some of them over to what's called the twisted side, which we'll show you a little bit later. And then when it's your turn, you draw 4 coloured dice from this bag. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you roll them. And then you choose one of these tiles that you'll start building on top of this cube. And then you put the dice on top, and then it goes to the next player. So let's say I were to choose this one here. First thing you would do is you'd place it on top of the cube. Then you would place one or all of these any or all of these dice onto here. If the die has a number, you can place it on the matching number. So I could put this on this space here that shows a 1.
Same with number 2.
Same with number 2. I could put that here. But it has to be on the white. If the die is the same color as the tile, you can place it anywhere on the tile, not overlapping any numbers. So I could put this 5 here, for example, because it matches the color, but it doesn't match the numbers. And then if it matches both, you can overlap. So this green 3 could go here, for example, half on the 3 and half on the green.
But this looks like a bad idea, so I'm going to move it here.
So it can't.
That's worst idea.
And it can't go there, so it's overlapping the ones there.
That's actually.
So this is green. I could put it over here, not overlapping any numbers. I can put this here.
Good idea.
And then that would be my turn complete, and then play would pass to Stella, and Stella would take 4 dice.
You're not Stella. Why you took those dice?
I gave them to you.
Thank you.
You would take the 4 dice, and then you would pick a tile.
Maybe this one.
Again, you could pick whichever color you wanted.
Or just rotate however I wanted.
Rotate however, but it has to square up with what's underneath it.
Like that, for example.
Yep. And then you place your dice in the same way. Now there's only 42 dice in the bag. If you use them all on every level, you will run out. So, because depending on the difficulty, let me just check.
While Tarrant do that, I'm just building my tower.
Depending on the difficulty, you'll be aiming to place 12 or 15 tiles overall in the tower. And with 42 dice, you're not going to get to 15, placing 4 on each of them.
Yeah. So you can see that it's already not very stable from here.
Yep, you want to be playing on a stable playing surface. And I'll just push it back to demonstrate the twisted tiles as well. So if you're playing with twisted tiles, twisted tiles will be face up in your deck. So when they appear, you have to place it and it has to offset. So the dotted line is the one which squares up with what's underneath it.
Whoa.
So it would be something like that.
Boo. That shouldn't happen because it's a cooperative game.
Exactly. So you've got to get through your entire stacks of tiles, which you'll set up with the number of tiles based on your difficulty. And then you cap it off with this tile here. And you put this little pyramid on top, just for good measure, somewhere inside there. And if you can collectively do that, this will be very tall by the end. This is it's only 2 layers of dice tall right here.
Yeah.
You got to get it to 12 or 15 and cap it off with this to win the game.
It's very intense, every single one. It's dexterity, as you probably imagine. It plays fun, it plays quick, very intense. Did I say intense? It was. And stable surface is a must.
Yes.
Once we played on a table that's connected to our sofa, that was not a good idea.
That was unwise.
Yeah, not unwise. Whose idea was that?
I think we were both feeling sleepy at the time.
Feeling lazy. All right, just play this. What do you think, Tarrant?
I think it's very clever.
Yeah.
I think it is a good addition to the dexterity tower building genre. You know, when you say it's a dexterity tower building game, it's gonna rule some people, some part of the audience out immediately.
Which is fine.
Not for everyone, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've taken a really nice concept here and built it into something quite clever. And the fact that it doesn't sit on the table, it sits on this cube, really does add. It would probably be way too easy if it didn't.
If it's on a table.
Adds some nice difficulty.
That's actually correct.
No, I think it's clever.
I think it will make a great giant Teeter Tower. You know, one of those giant Jenga you've seen on like Park and stuff. You know, this would be a good addition to it. It'll be fun to do it as long as the dice are light and nothing too heavy.
Yeah.
It'll be a good one. What do you think? Right?
Yeah.
Of that tower, giant Teeter Tower. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a cooperative, fun dice dexterity game with a bit of luck as well with the dice that you roll.
Yeah. I reckon there should be an expansion where this is made of lead. It's like heavy iridium pyramid.
Anyway, what do you think of it? Do you have a favorite dexterity game? Sorry, I did not ignore it. That was funny.
No, yeah, that fixes it. Okay.
Do you have any favorite dexterity game? I mean, me as part of Guff Studios, we did Plotting Floors. That's a little bit of dexterity. There's also the one that you say earlier. There's also a different type of dexterity involving throwing, like, what is it, that Japanese game? Or it's a fun Euro. Hibachi, yes. It was actually, there's another name for it as well, another game. But that was fun as well. So do you know any of those? What do you think of this? Do you think you like it? Did you get it from Gen Con? I'm not too sure if it was widely available. Maybe it has at Gen Con.
It'd make a good stocking filler, this one. I reckon. It's a sort of toy that would work well
with non-gamers.
Yeah.
Do you think you can, here's a challenge, do you think you can get a non-gamer to play this? I think that it will work. I can definitely see myself playing this with my sister and her family. Because they're not really board gamer.
Yeah.
They don't live here. They live overseas. But I think that will be a good one. It's a fun one for the kids.
Indeed.
Anything else, Tarrant?
That's all from me.
That's basically Teeter Tower. If you
we should really build it up to 12 just to just for the video.
To kind of show us fail.
It's kind of feeble sitting there at the moment.
maybe not. So if you find this video useful, if you find Tarrant's jokes funny, sorry, kidding.
No one would find them.
No, come on, I find it funny. Please hit the like button. It will really help us while Tarrant is building this tower. If you do that, it's slightly distracting, but that's okay. If you hit the like button, comments, and subscribe to us, that will really help us. If you want to see more of these videos, hit the bell. Yes, and you hit the bell if you, and then you get notification when we have new videos like this. We do how to play, review, live playthrough on the weekend, and so on. I am also on Instagram for my board games journey, so find me there as well. And hopefully we will see you next time, or we will see you when Tarrant has finished stacking all the dice, or not.
Or not is looking quite likely.
Or not is looking likely.
And I don't want them all to fall over here and just create a mess. There we go.
Okay, well done. It's equivalent to flip the table. Bye everyone.
Bye.